my take, well, here's what I've heard happen. What he
Okay.
did is that he joshingly put his arm out to keep
Right.
Vince from going any more further forward. And what he said to Vince, have you heard what he said?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
What he said to him, and I've got this straight from the horse's mouth, so I know this is true.
Okay.
What he said was, Vince, ladies first, so Stephanie could go ahead of him. And then he pushes O'Neil back as if he had fucking tried to grab his dick or something and loses his fucking mind. He tried to get O'Neil fired that night. Triple H had to be the one to talk him out of it. He says, I want that motherfucker fired. I don't want that sumbitch around here. So he takes a black man on Martin Luther King Day and then tries to fire him from his company.
What the shit?
And so then he wanted him fired for the 90 days, and then Triple H apparently got it dogged down to 60. And here's what I said. I sent word to whoever can get word to Titus O'Neil backstage, and I've got a few friends that are still back there. I said, tell that son of a bitch that if he has saved his money and that if he has been wise and he feels that he can work elsewhere, to serve that 60-day suspension, come back to work, find Vince's office and make it look like you're going to apologize, push that door behind you and beat the living dog fuck out of that son of a bitch and give him a reason to suspend you for 30, 60, or 90 days. Thinks he's such a badass. I know who's tough around there and who's not. And Vince, for his age, is a tough guy. He ain't going to whip Titus O'Neil. I can guarantee
No, I don't
you
think
that.
so on that one. Yeah, I agree.
And I just beat the dog fuck out of that motherfucker, and I'd take whatever goddamn penalty came with it. You can lock me up for 90 days if you want to, but I'll whip Vince McMahon's ass, and he ain't fucking ever going to push a black man again. And here's the thing: Vince has got a hard on for Martin Luther King Day. That's how Rico Constantino got fired. Well, he didn't get fired; they didn't renew his contract because basically he said, "What this again?" When he saw more promotion for Martin Luther King on television, and he was saying it not to disparage black people in any way, because no one had as many black friends as me and Rico Constantino. And I'll be flat out honest with you. I've dated probably more black women than white women in my days, to be honest with you. And date a Filipino right now, whatever color you want to slap them on. She's pretty white though. And but the deal is that on Martin Luther King Day, this is what you decide to do. Is to push a guy who's a known jokester. He's always clowning. And what was up Vince's ass? What the fuck is he thinking? That he put his arm out and said, ladies first. I would have done it. I mean, that's something I'd have done. And he'd have had to whoop my ass if he'd have fucking pushed me for me playing with him and saying ladies first. Hey, motherfucker, I don't need the goddamn job that bad. You think you're going to fucking push me in front of all the boys and get fucking serious about it? And of course, well, I was just playing with you. Can't you take a joke? I can hear the son of a bitch now. But no, that's a sore spot with me. I hope he won't do it because Titus is going to want to get as much money as he can, and he's not going to want to lose his job because there's no fucking place else decent to go. That's the sad part about it. That's where I wish ROH was more relevant. Lucha Underground was more relevant. I know people trying to say it is. It's not. But when your shows are free, and I've been there because OVW has had them. When your shows are free, you don't brag about how many people come to see you. Who gives a rat's fuck? It was warm or cool. You provided heat in the cold, and you provided air in the summer.